Okay, so just before we begin with this analysis, I'm going to try and do a really hard combo. And I hit it first try, which, yeah. Hit it again, second try. So this just goes to show you that I really am a, Mishima enthusiast. Like, that type of execution takes years to develop. And if I gave someone a stick and told them, oh, go do that combo, they will not be able to do it. They could have 100+ attempts and they still won't be able to do that combo. And yeah, so let's talk about it. So let's talk about Devil Jin. So Devil Jin, he has apparently received some nerfs. I disagree with those nerfs. Those nerfs are not actually factual. They are just made up. Now the reason why this could be is because people see in Tekken World Tour, oh, a forward 4 tracked then, but when I actually did it, it doesn't track. So let me show you something. I just want to show you guys something really quick. If the character is dashing in your face, the move will realign. So let me just show you. So I'm just sidestepping. As you can see, the move gets realigned. Obviously, if I step as he does the move, it's gonna step as normal. And then you get your electric punish or whatever. Let's say I'm sidewalking like this. I'm like, okay, cool. You know what I mean? The move's gonna clip me because of something called realigning. Same thing if I wave dash into it. So that's why moves track sometimes. Is because when you're sidewalking or sidestepping, they're dashing to realign the character. So yeah, that's just one thing to take into account. Another reason could be lag. If you're in a really bad connection, you try and sidestep, the game thinks you're not blocking, and your sidestep isn't actually fully registering. It's only registering a split of the sidestep, and because of that, you're getting hit. So that could be another reason. So yeah, okay. So let's talk about the nerfs that are in question and why people think he got nerfed. So Tekken World Tour, they probably looked at the footage and like, oh, this happens, but it doesn't happen anymore. That's because there's specific situations. I can't be bothered looking through the whole Tekken World Tour because that's like literally 30 or 40 minutes worth of footage to look for any specific things. But the main evidence I have that he hasn't been nerfed is the fact that I made a Tekken tutorial on Devil Jin. I actually created the video in August, but I uploaded it in 2017 October. So this was even if I did make it in October, it's still before Tekken World Tour. So obviously, yeah. And I discussed forward 4 had no tracking. I even demonstrated that it was easy to sidestep in both directions. I also demonstrated forward 2 being very easy to step in both directions. So let's talk about it. Electric Wind God Fist. People say, oh, it doesn't have tracking anymore. Well, that's incorrect. But obviously it depends on distance and stuff. So if I'm like here, no matter how hard I try to sidestep the move, I'm still going to get hit. But if I'm point blank, then it gets easier to sidestep. So that's also another thing to take into account, is the distance. But honestly, electric, I wouldn't say it's the most easiest move to step in the world. People say, oh, the tracking's been nerfed, But this move has always been steppable in both directions. Well, walkable, I should say, not steppable. As you can see, if you walk, it's pretty easy to walk, regardless of the distance, as you can see. But this move, honestly, like, ever since it was released in the arcades, like Tekken 7 was released in the arcades, they nerfed the tracking of this move. So, yeah, the move has been, nerfed since Tekken 7 arcades was released. This move has not actually been changed in any shape or form since Kudon's won the World Tour, by the way. Forward 2, people are saying, it's easy to sidestep left, which, honestly, look at that. Like, you tell me that's easy to sidestep. Like, Devil Jin is nearly, like, on my side, and he's still hitting me. Which is, yeah, as you can see, very hard to step to the left. Now, if I sidestep right, very easy. It becomes easy to sidestep right, as you can see. Like, I'm cancelling the sidestep really early, and I'm still able to sidestep it, as you can see. So yeah, and on the left, you have to sidewalk it. So that's one thing to take into account there. Forward 4, there's no tracking on this move whatsoever. Never ever was. Maybe in Tekken Tag Tournament 2, and maybe in the arcades, but when console hit, there was no tracking. Quite simple. And next is back 4-2-1. You can sidestep in both directions, but the last hit has to be timed really well in order to sidestep left. I don't know why you would sidestep left when you can just sidestep right with no timing needed whatsoever. No matter how late you do it, you'll always be able to sidestep it. So even if I do a really late sidestep, as you can see, it still sidesteps it. But if I do it left, like... if I do it left, you need to time it really well. As you can see, I'm getting hit there. Very hard to sidestep. And I think that's it, really, isn't it? Also, just to show you guys, this move does have 360 tracking. This move tracks completely in both directions. Still does, always will do, unless they change it, as you can see. So, yeah, that's about it, really. Overall, Devil Jin nerfs hasn't really been nerfed.